Divine greetings, 5D light bodies, entities, energies, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, everyone from the 5D consciousness. Greetings from 5D. This is Aquila Textry, and I am conscious chakra. As I transmute energy through consciousness, but here this message is for the light workers. And the last message I left was about the second wave. So this is to let you know that there is a third wave coming, and to be, again, it's for those who are ready and willing, not just one or the other, but both, ready and willing to step into the third wave. Even if you're not ready to step into that, we have a choice to be a part of this light grid activation that is happening in waves. Let me explain that to you. It is not a one-time thing that has happened since 222. That was just the initial mark of the independence of 5D, the sovereignty of 5D, the declaration of, if you will. But that is when we ultimately shift into it with all the light workers and the light bodies and the people who are getting messages and downloads like myself. There are others all over the world who are starting communities through the second wave. I know that through the second wave, a lot of communities globally have risen. So the new earth is rising, and it has risen even if you can't see it with your own two eyes. Best believe we are here. And those who know. So with that, yeah, we got a little dark here, but we still got light. So with that, I want you guys to understand that there is a lot going on, and we have to be responsible for our part that we play in it. So I'm going to go back to some light. It came back. So we're responsible for the part that we play in it. And this is an important message because the third wave is going to be coming here pretty much by the next month. And when I get more information, I'll come back and I'll let you know. But be ready in a couple of weeks. Right now, what I need to let you guys know is we are in a probationary period, if you will. And I say probationary period because I was given a number of 90 days, learning that yesterday was really the 79th day. 79 is what came to me, and I was like, what is 79, Spirit? And eventually it showed itself, 79 out of 90. So which means we're on a countdown. So in 90 days, we're already in the midst of it. At the end of the 90 days, there is something that is going to happen. And it's going to be something that is, let's say, life-changing in some type of way. And I said this before. I told everyone by February or March, there's something that's going to happen, and it has come to pass. People are now panicking over a so-called war. But people in 5D who are in the love frequency, we know that this has nothing to do with us. What war? We're on a love frequency, and love is not war. That is for the people who choose to be tethered down to the shadows of the 3D paradigm. And I'm going to say shadows because we need to be clear that it's not all 3D is bad. We all come from 3D. We all have evolved from 3D. And we're here to integrate the higher levels of 3D into 5D, into 4D, to be able to manifest that at that level. So it's not a matter of doing away with the 3D. However, the shadows of the 3D are definitely falling so that the 5D consciousness can rise. The fifth density of light frequency is being poured in. Mother Earth has turned up her frequency. Ready or not, here I come. So it's for us to raise our vibrations and raise our frequency to match what has been bestowed upon us, to match the energy grid and the energy field that has been sealed from the first wave of people, which this was done in the week of 222, February 22nd, 2022. So with that, I want us to understand that we have a part to play. When we get back into the light, we have a part to play in this, and we need to understand our roles as light bodies. We have a responsibility, which means what are we able to respond to? And so with that, I want us to understand what we're supposed to be doing in this probationary period. Let me just get to that because I buttered it up enough. So let me just get straight to the point. The probationary period is to show for those who have sealed the grid, to those who are a part of the first wave, second wave, even if you weren't doing it intentionally, for those who have been raising their vibrations, raising their frequency to match that 5D frequency, we have a responsibility. And so now within these 90 days, we have to practice. There's a practical application, and we have to practice this love frequency. We have to practice acceptance. We have to practice removing fears from us. We have to practice detaching, a word that people don't like. And I'm going to do a video about detachment because people need to understand the levels of detachment. No, it does not mean you have to leave your entire loved ones behind. However, we have to practice detaching how our heartstrings are engaged with them, because that is going to be according to the measure of how we make our decisions for the 5D paradigm. So if you are bogged down with thinking about your attachment to family, friends, jobs, things like this, then you're not going to be able to have a clear mind to have true discernment and make a decision based in the love frequency. So you can say that you want to be a part of the 5D consciousness. However, if you're not practicing it, you won't match the energies. And the energies is just the energy. It goes by your true heart vibrations. So it's not by what you say out your mouth. It's not by your logic. It's not what you are consciously, meaning in your conscious awareness mind. It takes you going into your subconscious. There has to be a harmony between your conscious and your subconscious, where you are understanding the things that are unknown to you in your own mind. You need to be trying to retrieve that, bring it forward, and put it in its right perspective, so your vibrations can be on truth. Because you may be saying one thing consciously out your conscious space of mind, but then subconsciously you're holding something else on your heart, unbeknownst to you in the secret vault of your heart. So we have to practice doing the work that it takes to get into this work, into our subconscious, so that we can be in tune with our superconscious and gain the information that we need. So with that said, I can say that for me and my group, I offer, you don't have to do it with me, but I offer a workshop called Chakra Moon Workshop to help us get our fears up from the root to the crown, to truly unlock what is going on, to truly unlock your soul code, and so that you can really get to know you and know where you stand in this whole paradigm of things that are shifting. And if you can't see, let me change this wording right here, because people who don't know, they tend to say, ignorance is bliss, and they tend to say, if I don't see it, it won't hurt me, and that is wrong. So let me correct that right now. It is what you don't see that will hurt you. So the fact that you don't see that a bus is coming, it's going to sideswipe you. So we need to be aware and be responsible. This is the age of the knowing. This is the Aquarian age. So ignorance is no excuse anymore. We have plenty of information around us. And you hear loved ones around you telling you, but you choose to ignore. So when things get kicked up, it is going to be according to the measure of your heart. And hold on. Gotta love the distractions. Welcome distractions. Give you a time to breathe and really just think and let it marinate. Let that sit. So know that by the end of this probation, it's going to be according to the measures of your heart. So I'm saying this to everyone, to those who are 5D ready, and even to those who are not, and even to those who are in between 5D-ish type of thing. Understand that it's going to be according to the measure of your heart. And I keep saying that because it is just that. It's an energetic vibration. It's energy. The fifth density is all about energies. It's no longer going by what you say. You can't fool yourself. You can't fool the energy. So it's really what you have on your heart is what you're going to be dealing with. So when things hit, are you going to be shaken? Is it going to be like an earthquake for you? Or if you raise your vibrations to match the frequency, and you practice within these 90 days of how to detach, how to fast and get your body ready for the waves of frequency that's going to be coming, so that when something else happens in June, because we're going to see something get kicked up, and it's going to really turn up people's fears. Are you going to act out of your fear and the lack, your fear of lack? Are you lacking things? You're lacking person, places, and things. Are you going to let those insecurities shake you and have you be shaken? Or are you going to be able to rise above it and say, okay, I'm in the love frequency, I don't see this? That determines how you're going to be able to deal with that next step. So if you want to be prepared, if you want to be Ready, set, go. My 5D people. This is to help those transition. I say this not to those who don't get it. This if it doesn't apply, let it fly. This is for those who are aiming to be in that 5D consciousness, but understand that you have a role to play. You have a responsibility for yourself to start doing the things within your life, world, and affairs, within your home, within your mind. Your house represents your consciousness. Land represents your consciousness. Where is your consciousness? We have to practice that. And I'm speaking to my responsible light body people. And this is another part that is very important of one of my messages that I got this morning. Everything I'm telling you was downloaded this morning and that I'm giving to you. We have to prepare ourselves for the people that have, and I'm speaking to the people that have engaged in the energy field. If you have said yes and you have been raising your vibrations within that first wave, second wave, you have attached yourself to that field that is coming in, then it is more detrimental to you if you pull away and you're not practicing being connected to these things, which means you disengage from it. And when you disengage from the field, then it is going to be friction for you. It's going to be even harder because you can't unknow what you know. You can't unhear what you hear. You can't unsee what you've already seen. And so we are responsible with this information, and you can choose to do whatever you want. But if you pull back, understand that you disconnect from the energy grid, and as it's still coming down, you're going to have friction. So those who absolutely know nothing, they will get less friction in their life, but they will still have some turbulence. They're going to have friction, they're going to have turbulence, but it's going to be more detrimental to those who have said yes, to those who have stepped into the frequency, who have connected some way, somehow to the frequency, but then choose to step back and not fully engage and practice what is happening. So let me be clear about that. And I'll explain more. I'll probably do another live. I'll keep coming on as much as I can because I'm getting ready for my workshop right now. But it was impressing upon me to make sure I get this message out now. So with that said, I got to wave to get the light back on. So with that said, I'm sharing this with you. Light bodies, turn up. All light workers, lighthouse people, all chosen ones, 144, whatever it is you want to call yourself. Understand the responsibility that comes with it, and it's not just about knowledge. It's not just about knowing what's going on. It's about you being, be, meaning be evolved. Being evolved in this process, you have to evolve into the 5D. You have to raise your frequency and raise your vibration, and it's not just by saying, I'm raising my frequency and I'm raising my vibration, but it is what you are being in your truth, according to the true vibrations of your heart, and what you are doing as you are expressing this truth according to the true vibrations of your heart. And so we are responsible for that truth. That's the best way I can tell you guys. So with that said, that is the call. And the third wave is going to be hitting around the first week of April. So I'm just letting you know that. Be ready for the third wave. For my people that are connected to me, you know where to get in touch. You're ready when you're ready. If you're not ready for this wave, there'll be many more waves to come. The waves are coming like the ocean. Just like the ocean brings in waves, think of it like that. The light waves are just hitting and pouring in. And when you're ready, you're ready. So, and that's that. It's all helping with the light activation and being prepared. So understand, we are definitely in a probationary period within these 90 days. We are also inside of a vortex right now from 3:03 to 3:30. And I'm going to explain that to my people on my live. But that's a vortex that we're in now. And this is the last one for this year. We've had 3 back to back. We had one in January, one in February. The one in January was for 9 days. The one in February was for 18 days. That's 9 times 2. The one in March right now is for 27 days. That's 9 times 3. The 9 represents spiritual completion, like a spiritual completion of something where you have completed something, a level of it. So now you have 3 chances, three levels of spiritual completion within this vortex that is going to go through to the 30th. So the first 9 days have passed, and then you have, we're in the second set of 9 right now. So there should be a level. There should be something, got to turn it on. There should be a level of 3 levels of you leveling up. That's the best way I could say it. Level up spiritually, level up yourself to get through this vortex. And as we come out the end of it, we're going to be going right into the third wave. So that's a lot of threes. You do with that with what you will. Those of you who know numbers, you do with that what you will. So with that said, I gave you the information about the vortex we're in. I gave you the information about this 90-day probationary period that we're in because something's going to hit later. I've given you that. So if there's anything more, I will always come back and give you the information and the instructions straight from 5D consciousness, because this is what we are here to do. Raise the vibrations, raise the light, activate the light grid. And that's that. So with that said, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start, start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out. And be the light that lights the next one, that lights the next one. We are all portals of light. Light workers, unite.